All right, I think I'm live. What's up, Sanov? We're heading into the peak. That's good to hear. What's up, ATF? Dave Chanel. Somebody say fired up. What's up? It's me, Jerry. How's it going, buddy? All right, let me get this off of here. All right, welcome to the stream properly. All right, this morning we're going to watch episode 76 of JCW Lunacy. This afternoon I'll be back for a girl watching stream, including an international girl watching. So if you don't want to see, if you only want to see English speaking, if you only want to do English speaking girl watching this afternoon, you'll want to skip like the first hour of the show. But in any case, that's what I'm doing this afternoon. Tomorrow will be Sightings in the morning and The Heathen in the afternoon. Friday will be Memphis Wrestling in the morning, and then, I don't know, maybe something, I don't know, maybe something, and there might be a weekend stream. I don't know. What's up, Jeremy? I'm leaning toward there will be a weekend stream, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, this morning we're going to watch JCW episode 76. I don't really have any other news to speak of, really. I didn't watch very much I didn't really watch anything last night. I did hear, though, this Dave Meltzer star ratings for SummerSlam, which I couldn't really, I just did, like, people complain, like, about the wrestling, and when I tune in and see a match, I hardly ever see one that's, like, really good. But even in WWE, like, everything Meltzer rates is, like, 3 stars or above. And to me, like, on a 5-star scale, 3 stars means, like, really good. Like, 2.5 stars would be average, or, like, a good match. So I don't really understand the star system, but in any case, let's get started. Here it is, episode 76.
The Lunacy continues every Thursday night following JCW Lunacy. Join your host, Mac Davis, Noel Harlow, and Chip live for the JCW Lunacy Post Show. Special surprises, exclusive news, killer interviews, and footage. So when the final bell rings and you still want more, Mac and Paige have the score. Blood on the canvas, jokes in the chat. We laugh. We gasp. We run it right back. Face paint dripping, crowd still chanting. We go live while your heart's still panting. Lunacy Wrestling Post Show with Mac Davis, Noel Harlow, and Jeff Lay. Live Thursday nights following JCW Lunacy.
Oh, if you're looking for a Fortnite update, of course, I know you guys like to hear about Fortnite. I'm at 97 out of 117 sprites. Found and mastered, so I'm probably not going to be able to finish that. I only have like 8 days left. I have 20 some sprites, and they're all like the hardest ones to find.
See exclusively on Vince Russo's The Brand.
What's up, Bob
YouTube.
Brown? Oh, I meant to tell you, if you're coming back for the girl watching stream, I did get Craig Fingerling to spring for some new girl watching exclusive bumpers, which I think are pretty cool.
To Matt Cross last week, and I found out you didn't set me up. It was his slimy ass. So, you know, I'm gonna be a man, and I'm gonna stand here before you, and I'm gonna apologize. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry I didn't trust you.
I was gonna take that 51% until things were right. So tonight, I'm gonna go out there, and I'm gonna lay an offer on the table.
Facade goes spring into the side kick!
Oh! They want to say by typical standards that I'm cheating. I'm doing what I gotta do to win.
From behind! Facade!
He's twisting the mask! Oh, look out! Facade the Destroyer! Suicide never saw it coming! Those eye holes got twisted and askew!
I'm here to win gold, and I gotta do what I gotta do to do.
I forgot to get my Jago juice yesterday. Oh, thank you, Humble King. It's me. I appreciate that, man. Very generous. Thank you for becoming a member. I did put some new member stuff up over the weekend. I don't know if you had I know your membership, I think, just ran out, but if you missed it, there's a couple new things in the members, including the full raw version of the Heathen's Zephyr Hotel story. What's up, G? Thanks. Join the green.
Do it.
Stay the hell away from that
damn
thank
you, Jim.
demon's devil dust.
Already Army weapons in hand.
Guess who knows a
They better
line?
be ready for the onslaught.
Bob Brown.
Whoa! Oh, on the floor.
Time for Danny to take out the trash.
Is it nose aligning in Australia, or is there like a, you know, because everything's like upside down, is it like a, do you nose align from the top? You know what I mean?
Oh, this.
Or is that racist?
Oh!
The trash can gets flattened on impact. And
Oh,
Big Vito
Alice.
is #1 contender.
I got businesses to do, and I can't babysit you anymore. Do
Hey,
you
Izzy.
understand me? You're a fucking jerk off. I never liked you.
What am I gonna do?
I'm gonna get a fucking slap.
Slap me? Slap me, motherfucker.
Slap me. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. 16 months. Hell yeah, dude. That's crazy. I still, every time I see the months go by, it's like a McHenry thing. I'm like, oh man, I think about how long I've been doing this, because I got monetized and then I got demonetized and then I eventually got remonetized, but I can't believe it's been like that long since I got remonetized. But thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Slap me, motherfucker.
Smack
Oh
a
my
wolf.
God.
Oh no!
Through the wall. What?
Oh! From behind, Disco Ray!
No
Disco
way.
Ray!
No way. What? Disco Ray.
How do you check for spiders? Do you go like, just blow in there and make sure everything's okay?
This is the problem. This is where it all starts. Get this filthy trash away from me. Oh my God. No. After everything I've told you,
Oh, you know what's throwing me off? I was thinking like, is this what happened last week? But it's the reason I'm kind of confused on it is because we didn't watch Lunacy last week. We watched the Panic Zone special. So that's what's kind of throwing me
how
off.
could you done?
A man in high demand all over this world. Well, you're not going to get a test of strength down there, but you are going to deprive. That's a cover. That's a cover. Oh,
Whoa.
Up top. Never just Bender. Never Bender. Vince Russo.
Act with a little class and dignity. And if you don't like it, you can hit the goddamn bricks.
We
McHenry yesterday beat Hee Haw in ratings. Sorry, buddy.
are going to have a match because, as Joe says, this is professional wrestling. If Joe's team wins, I will sell 1% of this company back to Violent J. That means that Violent J and myself will be equal owners. If Vito's team wins, I will sell my 1% to Vito. Violent J, Joe, if you're listening, you
Oh,
will
yeah, I like
agree
Barnabas.
to sell your 49% to Vito.
Oh, no.
And what that would mean, Joe, for you and JCW or myself.
I think really too that that McHenry stream yesterday was probably one of the best McHenry streams. I mean, it was gold from start to finish.
And Big Vito LaGrassa
Perfect stream.
would own this company. And Joe, we need an answer next week.
Bruh. Uh-oh, what happened? Did I fuck it up? Oh, there we go. Okay. Here we go.
Please give it up for JCW's DJ Clay.
ATF is jealous because he can't just go out and get a Gringotts Bank Lego set whenever he wants to, like McHenry.
And please welcome at this time the majority.
It was incredible. He literally cut a promo. He started the video by saying, I didn't want to have to do this he literally said that. He said, I didn't want to have to do this promo, but I'm going to have to do this promo. And then he just went off. I mean, it was amazing. He went immediately from saying he was not going to listen to anybody else's advice to asking the chat for advice and then explaining why he can't dance topless. It was pretty wild.
Of JCW, Vince Russo.
Still reeling from the bombshell dropped a week ago. We welcome you to Lunacy. My name is Joe Dombrowski. By my side is Vedas.
He also, and I am not exaggerating this in any way, it's me, there was a point where he visually recognized that he was about to fart. He stuck both of his hands, and I'm not exaggerating at all. He stuck both of his hands down the back of his pants, spread his ass cheek, and absolutely ripped ass. And then told us to literally said, don't pay any attention to that. Like, ignore what we just heard on a cheek spreading gasser.
Scott and Vince.
Oh wait, cheek spreading goose honk gasser.
Russo has had enough of the turmoil and set up a matchup with all the stakes at play and Violent J's future in JC.
He said he was willing to do anything within his human power, and that if it came to it, he would sell his soul to the devil in order to make Megan Ranks his wife.
JCW is certainly at the center of it again.
They'd both be asleep in the corners. They'd never make it out to the match. Both of them would just fall asleep on the waiting for while their names were announced. Yes, it was. I called it McHenry's Hard Times promo. It was pretty amazing.
I came to JCW and I made the commitment a few months ago.
What's up, Jason?
I never wanted it to come down to this.
Bro.
And what it has come down to was I am caught between a friend.
Definitely. What was the thumbnail? Current JCW made 40K. Oh, we got to check the ratings. Oh, we do. Look at this. Nice. We've got, I think, a 7K increase from the previous Lunacy. So Russo equals ratings.
Of 35 years in Vito LaGrasso, and a man I have known for almost just as long, and somebody I care about as well, and that would be Violent J. And I find myself stuck in the middle. And something needed to come to a head. And that's why last week I laid it down to Violent J. And here's the proposal for Joe.
Remember when he used to say like it's going to be a ratings
Joe
bonanza on here?
He's going to pick two men. Violent J is going to pick two men. Vito is going to pick two men, and we are going to have a match. And if Jay's team wins the match, then I will sell 1% of the company to Jay, and Violent J and Vince Russo will be 50-50 co-owners of the company. However, if Big Vito wins the match, I will sell that same 1% to Big Vito, but Violent J will sell his 49% share of JCW to Vito LaGrasso.
Okay.
Thus making myself and Vito co-owners of JCW. Now, Jay, I've given you a week to think about it because your company, man, the future of your company, the future of everybody's future, the talent, the people behind the scenes, it's all in the balance, Joe.
So who, I wonder, like, if you know, obviously don't say, but like, I wonder who would Violent J pick? The Brothers of Funstruction? Who are like the main baby faces? Facade's kind of turning heel. It had to be the Brothers of Funstruction, right? And then who would Vito pick? Maybe the Monster? No, he's kind of... Was he feuding with the Monster Factory? I think he might have been feuding with them. I can't remember if he was feuding with them or teaming with them.
Oh, it's...
Maybe, I was going to say Anderson, but looking at the thumbnail that I put up, that's probably not the case.
It's all in the balance of what's going to take place in this ring next week, if you accept. So...
What's up,
without further ado, let me bring out
my future wife.
The man,
truthfully, Trisha.
The myth, the Duke of the Wicked.
I put hi Trisha with a heart emote on one of her videos and she deleted it.
Violent J.
Thank you, Vince.
Russo
Thank you, Vince.
Summons Violent J to the ring to get his response on Russo's match proposition. Think about it through the eyes of Violent J. He lost his majority ownership. He lost his ability to make matches as commissioner. He's basically been relegated to a silent partner with no real influence.
She's on a real upswing.
Certainly tearing at Violent J's heart. But what Russo proposes, it's as close to all or nothing as you're going to get. Violent J returns as a partner, or he has 0% ownership.
Whoop, whoop.
Now, Joe, I've given you 1 week to think about this.
Bro, what's up, Chris
Warfield? Giving you a lot of time. There's a lot.
You know who could say your name really good would be Bethadone would do a really good war cry. What's up, Reap family? You don't like the zombies? That's understandable. I didn't like him at first, but I don't really mind him now since it's so consistent. You don't have pink eye? That's good.
At stake here, Joe. And Joe, all the juggalos, the entire world is waiting on your answer. What's it gonna be, Joe? Do you accept the proposal I laid out for you?
I see you got a big question for me there, Vince. I got a question for you. Why? Why the hell would I do such a thing?
Bethadone, she's a YouTuber. Her name on here is the Bethadone Clinic. She's like basically on my, like on the Boyd side of my YouTube stuff. She's like my Hulk Hogan.
Why the hell would I put up risking losing 49% of my company that I built from the ground up? Why would I risk losing this company that was once just a seed I planted and is now a fucking jungle?
I kind of feel like maybe there'd be a chance that like the heels would bring out like a outsider or whatever, but I mean they've already got Nic Nemeth in there, so I don't know if they bring in another name guy.
Joe, let me do the math.
Yes, yeah, I would agree. I could see him picking Too Tough Tony, and is the other guy still? No, they are unsuspended now, right?
And explain to you why it's in your best interest to accept the offer.
Bethadone is a pansexual, gender fluid, submissive, masochistic Canadian gutter Wolverine.
At 49%, Joe, you have no say. You have no stroke. You have no pull. I can veto you every single time.
Get it?
I can overrule you, Joe. And Joe, I don't want that. I want to give you the opportunity for you and I to do this together. I told you, I took the 51% to do what I needed to do. Now I'm offering, Joe, to give it back to you. for you and I to be
I actually
even
pulled the Bethadone
down
card
middle,
the
Joe.
other day
That's why you want to do this.
in the Boy Legends series.
So you're giving me a chance.
Hollow foil, no less.
You're giving me a chance. All I gotta do is step in the ring with my team and win a match.
Joe, that is all you have to do. Then you and I are equal.
Vince, I haven't wrestled since my retirement match in Japan 3 years ago.
It's a retirement match.
I've got not one, but 2 blown out knees.
Oh, look, the Heathen would be out there running down all of his injuries like this too. I like this.
All right? I'm not the athletic beast I used to be back in WCW and WWE. Vince, I had heart failure.
What's up, Mad Mac?
Okay, brother? And you're telling me the only way I'm gonna get my control back is to win a match. If my brother even knew I was talking about wrestling, he'd kick my ass. Do you understand that? My doctor would call me and slap me through the phone. All I gotta do is wrestle a
You want me to
match
make it?
and win.
Well, not from an
And
artist.
then I'll get my power back. My much needed 1%.
Got to close out all these
just so I
pictures
can
of
be
Grace.
equal with you again. I don't have a shot in hell, Vince. I'm a wounded man. I'm a battled soldier. You understand that? This body has been ran over by a fucking train. How am I supposed to get in the ring and fucking wrestle?
And Joe, if your answer is no, just say no, and we'll go
Come on,
on
Joe.
business as usual. It's that simple, Joe. If it's no, it's no.
And it's a no-win situation for Violent J.
All right, Vince. I'll do it.
Oh, shit.
Then, Joe, there is only one thing for us to do. And that's to shake hands on the deal.
I'll do it, Vince. Because I don't have any other chance. And
I want to see who they pick.
need this company. I need it to breathe. This company is mine, and I need it to survive. So I'll shake your hand.
Violent J and Vince Russo seal the deal.
Yeah, because I would say Vito is like the main, like the top heel, but is he gonna represent himself in the match?
Violent J maybe feeling his back's against the wall a little bit, and maybe a big source of that pressure is this man, the leader of Luciano Enterprises, Big Vito, who will captain the opposing team.
King Vito.
Yeah, this is at least one person that Violent J is going to be up against. As these
Talk
teams-
about like getting like booking someone properly. I feel like the way they have handled Big Vito in JCW has been like perfect. At least since I've started watching with the Russo era.
teams come together, and so far, Big Vito has found a way to stay on top, and now he has the ultimate opportunity to become a co-owner of JCW. At which point, Joe, he's not going to keep clowns around. He hates juggalos.
First of all, wipe that shit off your faces and no more Jago juice.
Vince, I can't believe you made this deal. And I want to tell everybody here, especially you, I am so happy to be the new owner JCW.
That's a scary thought what this company could turn into.
I got a lot of plans, Vince. And for all you
I mean, that's the OG Big Vito, as far as I know.
Juggalo.
There may have been another guy who used that name at some point, but like this is the guy I remember from back in the day as Big Vito.
Out there.
The Tan Man, the Tan
Number
Man.
one. As president of JCW, you're gonna wipe that shit off your
Tan Man will be like, listen, I don't need a big chunk of the pie, but you know, the Tan Man's gotta wet his beak.
face.
What's up, Dave? I mean, the crowd loves Vito. Clearly, they love interacting with him. I think he is probably the top heel.
Second order of business.
Like, who could come out and get booed over Vito? Like, who could make the crowd begrudgingly back Vito? I don't think Caleb Conley could.
To never let any of you fans back here at JCW.
Like, I think the fans would like to see the Zombies beat up Vito. I can't think of anybody that the crowd would favor Vito over.
JCW.
This NWA, I don't know, man.
Then, of course, there's the
What's up, Daniel?
employees here, like
I know very little about modern day NWA since the cocaine incident.
Willie Mack, that's your boy, ain't he? And Tony, you know, Shaggy from ICP. You're all fired. Fake
You think Kerry Morton? I don't know.
no juice. You'll never see it here again. The upstairs where you guys are sitting is gonna be the Big Vito Lounge. The downstairs is gonna be the Gumad Hotel. So, Jay, why don't you just do yourself a favor?
Who was it that kept sending Matt Cross after Morton? Was that Vito or was that it was Russo, right? That was sending Matt Cross after Morton.
And just call it a day. All right, just sign the contract. You're not gonna win. There's not a chance in hell.
Vito,
No, I haven't, Daniel.
I understand you're a so-called Don. You're a big-time mafioso, right? You're a businessman, a dirty, shady, slimy, peanut-headed fucking businessman.
Hold on, Peanut Head.
Well, me too. So if I'm gonna do this, what do I get out of it, Vito? What do I get out of it? I'm gonna tell you what I get out of it. I'm not the only one that stands to lose here. You've been putting these people down since you got here in JCW. You've been dissing the Fago juice. You've been dissing the clown paint. You've been dissing Juggalo culture from day
I think it's hilarious when he tells them to wipe that shit off their faces.
one. If I win, Vito, you're gonna come out here in the middle of this ring in front of these people and all the Juggalos watching, and you're gonna be dressed head to toe in Juggalo drip.
Never happening. Never.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Well, I feel like now it's Vito's got to lose. I mean, everybody wants to see him in the clown makeup. They having a video game, like on a console or PC or.
You're gonna paint that ugly fucking face of yours. You're gonna go a step above, and you're gonna wear a nice, fluffy ass, Raggedy Ann looking wig on that bald
I'll be playing it on the easiest difficulty on my Twitch channel when it comes out.
head.
World Teacher does not have a
You're
peanut
gonna
head.
have fucking clown shoes size 35 on those ugly ass pigeon feet.
Oh my God! Somebody threw their weave in.
We may
You know
start
what you're gonna
early.
do when you get in the ring? You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna dance, motherfucker.
Oh no!
You're gonna dance to the music of Insane Clown Posse.
Let me get this straight.
I think the clowns have been in like every company, pretty much.
You want me
They were on AEW. It was like I think the last major company, and I think they were on it the other day or like a week ago or something.
to dress up like someone like you and all these disgraciados out here in this piece of shit place?
You know, Vito, let me cut to the chase because
They got some money, so they could probably lock down some like legends and shit for the game. I think it would be fun.
despite our friendship, what Joe is saying is put your money where your mouth is. Do you agree to do it or not?
So you want me to put up dressing like a fugazi clown and look like a jackass like this son of a bitch?
Hurry up and decide, Vito, before I make you ride a fucking pogo stick to the ring.
All right, people, here it is. Either I get 100% or 50.
50. Let's not get panicky.
It's calling for the entire company.
50% was
I'm
the
getting
deal.
excited. Or Big Vito the Don dresses like a clown, comes out here, puts on this wig, big shoes, dances for all you people, and come out here and whoop whoop and a chop chop and a go elf yourself. You know what, Joe? I accept your challenge.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
One more stipulation. You're also gonna drink a nice, frothy 2-liter of fucking Fago juice.
I hope it's firework.
Okay. We have a deal. It is next week, right here on Lunacy. Vito, you win. You and I 50-50. Jay, you win. We're
This is so
back
stressful.
as equal partners. It's gonna be the deadly resolution, guys. And both of you have a lot to lose.
Is this match taking place at Stranglemania? Because we're only like, I think, 3 episodes away from that.
And there's only one way to end this. And that's like men with a handshake. A handshake seals the deal, and we have the match next week.
Oh, next week. Okay.
We're not just gonna be 50-50 when I win, Vince. He's also gonna live his secret fantasy by dressing as a Juggalo.
Well, we got the steps. You agreed. You agreed, Joe. There's one thing left to do. Seal the deal. Shake hands.
There's no way I'm shaking his hand. No.
Come on, pussy.
He's too old school. Bullshit. That's why I think he's the best wrestling podcaster. Is Hannibal lives in such a world of just complete delusion. He's basically like a low card guy who I think cuts a fun promo, but not in a serious way. I think he's bought into his own hype that because he's paid for and booked a bunch of his own matches, that's reality when nobody else would book him strong, I don't think. And then he's got like the worst reputation. Everybody that says anything bad about him or even lightly criticizes him, he goes like 1,000 miles an hour attacking them and shit. That's why he can't get work. All those things combined. He got his shot, right? Didn't he go into the whatever, the developmental program?
You guys think I should shake his hand?
Yeah, I think Hannibal is firmly entrenched in the view harvesting business and whatever he can do to keep that going. And I mean, it must be, the wrestling views must be hot right now because James, the Dutch guy, is doing it now. He's posting a just nonstop drama.
Vito, I gotta tell you something, man.
What?
Do they have 8-man tag team championships? No, I don't think so. 8-man?
I've known you for a long time.
I think they only got like 15 guys on the roster.
Brother,
That sounds like Ian Rotten booking, where he'd have like a small, or like people would no show or something, or be bad weather and there'd only be like 10 people on the card. So he'd like have like a battle royal at the beginning where like getting eliminated was in certain order, dictated the matches, and then everybody came back at the end for like a 10-man tag.
they're all chanting pussy, bro. If you don't shake this man's hand, Vito.
That being said, though, about Hannibal, I think he's hilarious, not in the ways that he thinks, but I think he's extremely entertaining in his way, just because he's so detached from reality. And the voice, he's so Boyd. He's going to like, he documented going to Miami to get his dick size increase. And like, whatever you want to say, to me, saying that you traveled to another country to have your dick enlarged is not a flex. To me, that's the opposite. That's the opposite of a flex, you know?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
And the movie he made, that Blood Hunter movie, oh my God.
Are you gonna seal the deal?
All right. Hold on a second. 1 second. As a man, and to honor an agreement, I'll shake your hand, you son of a bitch.
There it is. There it is.
Vince Russo called it a deadly resolution.
My team will not lose.
Next week, these men's lives will profoundly change one way or another.
There goes violence.
He also like genuinely seems to believe that because he has more YouTube followers than Ric Flair, who to my knowledge does very little on YouTube, quits every podcast that he's on, like that means something other than like, you know, whatever. Like, it's just, he thinks that the number of YouTube follows matters more than like what you've done in the business.
Jay, who has one last opportunity to get back an ownership stake in JCW. But along with that opportunity, Joe, there's the chance that Violent J could lose it all forever.
But the question remains.
Yeah, he documented it, Chris. He went to Miami and had an inch of girth added to his unit, and he documented the whole thing. And like, he thinks it's like it's like something to flex that he got that surgery done. And I think of it as like, he thinks it's like a really masculine alpha thing to do. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I disagree with that.
Who will Violent J and Big Vito select as their tag team partners? One of them will wind up 50% partner with Vince Russo, and JCW's direction will change forever, and it happens next week.
Well, we got the opening promo out of the way about half an hour, a third of the way into the show. Oh. miss a, what's that guy's name? Red. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. Oh, here we go. Has there been a match yet? No.
I can almost hear my mama calling. I'm just kidding. I never had a mama. But you know what I did have growing up? I had red love. And red love has always acted as a compass for me. Anytime I've ever felt lost or scared, red love is there to guide me to the light. And they say, don't go towards the light. But I consider myself the biggest light imaginable because I'm filled with joy and red love. And that's what red love is all about, finding your way. And when I get to JCW, I'm gonna find my way.
We're throwing a party and we want you to come to a swinging impromptu Thanksgiving affair.
Back here on Lunacy, and we are still reeling from the major announcement is confirmed. A deadly resolution a week.
Is that what you're fired up for, Dave? The return of Vita Scott? Where's Daninsky when you need him?
From now, Vita, Violent J, and Big Vito have been like oil and water since they first crossed paths. But now, they will each pick teams, and 50% of JCW hangs in the balance.
So much on the line. The entire future of JCW, the culture of JCW on the line. But tonight, here, we have a whole lot lined up. That includes...
See, okay, didn't somebody tell me that he was the guy that wrestled in that suit? I think Daninsky told me that. So who's wrestling with Suicide this time?
Taking on Suicide.
Also, Sophia Rose has had the back of J-Rod for the past couple of weeks. We'll see how she does in individual competition against Dynamite Danny Mo.
And we have Nic Nemeth back in JCW. And Joe, I've heard tonight he's issuing an open challenge.
The Outbreaker here in tag team action, they will face Flo Kane, Cocaine, and Stephen Flo. They have had their emotions heightened. We'll see how they face against the Zombie.
And the JCW.
Well, not just the future of JCW, Dave, but also Vito's got to put on the makeup and drink the Jago juice and dance like a clown if his team loses. See, this is one of those matches like I would have never. Mr. Anderson against Mecha Wolf. What a great match. That's such a weird, unique matchup.
JCW World Champion Ken Anderson scheduled to be in competition tonight, taking on the always impressive Mecha Wolf.
Great to see Ken back, and great to see Mark Roberts ready to kick off the action now in the ring.
Our opening contest on JCW Lunacy is a singles bout scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Let me get a look at that makeup again. Let me see that. I don't love the makeup. I like the outfit.
From parts unknown.
Yeah, they probably spell it like that for algorithm purposes or whatever.
The Dark Savior.
He would book it. He did book it.
Suicide is dynamic and enigmatic.
Yeah, I remember Suicide when he was in TNA. I liked that. I always thought he had a cool looking outfit.
And certainly...
He even got a figure. He got a TNA, like even got a deluxe TNA figure.
He brings the tool of unpredictability.
Oh man, I think Anderson is great here. He looks like he's been working like a blue collar job, and then he got drunk and came down to the arena. I think he's got like a great aura.
Everywhere he goes.
Yeah, unpredictably is what it's all about for Suicide. So difficult to prepare for such an unconventional competitor. And now here in JCW.
Somebody should book Val Venus against the Pizza Man and have the pizza guy twirl his pizza and have Val like twirl his towel through the whole match.
On the new, not even self-proclaimed, Vince Russo.
What's up, Coliseum Video?
One,
it's one of my all-time favorite companies.
And his opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina.
I used to love going to the video store and they'd have all the like Coliseum videos and they were so expensive if you wanted to own them. But like most of the major video stores would have like all the pay-per-views, then like they'd have the WCW pay-per-views. Ugh, those were the days. It's weird because I could watch them like anytime I wanted to now, but like there was just something cool about like going and picking out like, you know, being able to get one or two, and then like getting a pizza on the way home, and like getting a 20 ounce and like I don't know if you guys remember Big Grab Doritos. That was always just like a whole fun nostalgic ritual.
He is
getting a Godfather's pizza.
Chosen one, Caleb Conley.
And certainly Vince Russo has tested Caleb Conley.
Yeah, that's what I think, Izzy. I think he looks like to me, he looks like a guy you wouldn't want to get into a fight with at the bar. He just seems like he's just got that old, tough old guy vibe to him.
In massive fashion, putting him up against M-Dog Matt Cross, saying, Caleb, if you can't beat Matt, you don't deserve to be the chosen one. He'll be instead. Caleb.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, that's all he does. It's all like he just repeats everything he hears. He doesn't have any kind of like processing or understanding. You know what I mean? He just literally parrots it, and it's all he wants to talk about, which is probably part of the reason. I don't even think it's just because of he thinks it's because of his politics, which I disagree with, because other people who share his politics get work. I think it's just because that's all there is to him anymore. Like, it's consumed him completely.
Found a way to win. Matt Cross was summarily fired from JCW, but it certainly seems like Vince has rolled out that red carpet for Caleb, sent Kerry Morton out of the country.
Like, the pizza guy got a bunch of backlash for being far right, and he still gets work, and people still like him, and eventually people just moved on from it because, you know, he does wrestle, and he does have other things to him other than, you know, that stuff. I don't think Val Venus does anymore.
Country, giving Caleb Conley advice.
Which sucks because he's such a nostalgic character. Like, it sucks that that he's not around that much.
Every step of the way, Vince Russo sees big money in JCW's pockets and probably his own, courtesy of Caleb.
Imagine someone comparing you to Ric Flair in the wrestling business and thinking that they're insulting you. You know what I mean? Like, that whole scenario was weird to me. Who cares if are you in wrestling to put on good matches, or are you in wrestling to sell tickets, or what's like your win championships, win acclaim, build a legacy? I don't know how you could really knock whatever about Ric Flair in his personal life since he retired. Like, he's an icon. He's on Mount Rushmore for sure for, like, I would say the vast majority of wrestling fans.
And Caleb Conley here, of course. Never been one lacking in confidence, Joe, but since he's gotten the open endorsement of Vince Russo.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun moment. I was curious to see how Vince would book the Big Show, and I got to be real, I thought it was pretty shitty booking for his entire run, but it was fun seeing him come in. My favorite Giant gimmick ever was when he would smoke on the way down to the ring.
Continuing that rise, so has continued the inflation of the head of Caleb Conley.
Crowd certainly firmly in the favor of Suicide. Caleb has never been a crowd favorite, but Vito, to your point, we have to look at this evolution of Caleb Conley in.
I think, though, why doesn't Hannibal book Val? I think putting him on a live mic would be a disaster, but it could be like a really funny disaster. He could start talking about, like, he could go on some like Charlie Sheen rants about how they're beaming down, you know, they're beaming down lasers into his bloodstream via the satellites and stuff like that.
In recent weeks, because you can see it in his eyes.
Just tell him he's got 2 minutes and he can say whatever he wants to, and then the match happens and like no one acknowledges it or anything. no one brings it up, but you just like let him talk for a couple minutes.
He's sharper, he's more focused, he's not worried about how he looks, he's not worried about being pampered.
True, Dave, unless you had a rewinder at home.
In his comfort.
Because I don't know how you guys were, but like my dad would never let me rewind a tape in the VCR because he thought it would wear down the heads much faster. So we had like a dedicated like rewinder.
Shown anymore. Caleb Conley is motivated and hungry, more so than I've seen since he's come to JCW, and that makes him very dangerous.
Well, but right now it's Suicide turning them.
Like, imagine you just go to a random wrestling show and Val Venus is on there and you're like, hell yeah, Val Venus. And then he gets on the mic and instead of saying like, hello ladies, he tells you that like the cartel is trying to block you from having access to whole milk. Like I can see why people might be disturbed by it, but it would be pretty funny.
I think. With the head scissors and, well, Caleb, though, always great.
But I platform all kinds of people that say
Suicide,
wild
the
shit.
dark savior, somebody who has a superhero-like aura about him. And if you think about supervillains, if you think about somebody that all of the JCW crowd would want to see vanquished, knocked down a peg.
Yeah, his attire, I love his
Conley.
outfit.
And I know Vince Russo has his hands full in ironing out these details, and certainly I'm sure they're signing the paperwork right now, our Violent J and Big Vito, for that big deadly resolution, as Vince called it. But you know Vince has got at least one eye on the monitor right now and is tracking every movement Caleb makes.
Yeah, absolutely, Vince.
That's Caleb Conley. They're trying to like get him over as like trying to build him into like Vince Russo's chosen guy, but I don't know. I would book him as AJ Smiles and just have him be really nice to everybody, but no one seems to like that gimmick.
Vince Russo has put his trust in his new chosen one, but also has remained completely confident in Caleb's abilities, and I hope maybe Vince turned away from the monitor right there and didn't see that, because right now Suicide is completely in control. At the same time, although Vince Russo claims to be completely confident in the abilities of Caleb, though his willingness to put stipulations on matches like maybe M-Dog would become the new chosen one means that Vince Russo, I feel like, is the man who always keeps his options open.
Suicide turns the pendulum back in his favor.
How many have we gotten from him? One? The coal miner glove match?
Suicide
Maybe?
and Caleb have such similar statures, similar styles. It's a matchup that I've been wondering about for many, many months.
Whoa.
Finally getting it here tonight. And Suicide, incredibly agile counter into a head scissors.
Talk about how difficult it can be to scout someone like Suicide.
Yeah, Suicide can break out so much, so many different styles here.
Like, I don't have anything against him at all. Like, I don't view him negatively. I don't know. I almost feel like, I get that Kerry Morton, I guess, had his run as he was the first chosen one there for a minute, but like, I don't know. I just don't see him as like a top guy.
You're not really sure his background, where he trained, who he studied under. Oh no!
Nice.
Sure his background, where he trained, who he studied under. Oh no!
The only person in JCW that I really kind of dread seeing is Facade. I'm just not a big fan of his. I don't know. But I don't mind Caleb Conley.
But we know Caleb's an opportunist. He is a ring general, and he sees an opening that maybe was only open.
Wouldn't that be funny, Mr. 1000 Cent, just to tell him, like, you know, no slurs, no, you know, but say otherwise, just, you know, say what you think the world needs to hear and just cut his mic at like 120 seconds. What's up, Daninsky? Somebody say fired up.
But for a split second, but it's all it took.
Daninsky, you're never going to believe this. If Big Vito's team loses next week, he's got to put on clown makeup, drink a 2-liter of Fago juice, and dance in size 32 clown shoes.
Caleb Conley has all the pieces to succeed at the highest level, especially here in JCW. Right now, though, he's going after the mask.
Yeah. And certainly you think about the disrespect, the desecration of the identity of Suicide that could come with removing this mask, but that's right up Caleb Conley's wheelhouse. He doesn't respect Suicide. He doesn't respect anybody.
Caleb still talking trash, makes his way over to the corner.
And certainly going for the mask
he must
is
attend
something
clown
that
college.
you can do to intimidate, to rent space in the head of your masked opponent, but wait, check this out.
Whoa, Suicide with the submission cinched on.
Yeah, Suicide showed some more of that lucha influence, that Manji Gatami, that octopus hold, and Caleb Conley caught in the middle of the ring, man, to tap out. Sunset flip, no, Caleb drops down.
Dropped a fist on the way down, too.
Like, I think the whole Chosen One thing, aside from just linking him to Russo, which I get that there's some heat in that, but, like, what does he really do to help him? Like, I want to see Caleb Conley either... I mean, he should just annihilate this guy. Just like last week on Panic Zone, he should have destroyed the pizza guy. Like, he's the Chosen One. These jobbers shouldn't be, like, fucking with him at all. In the storyline, I mean. Or, like, he should be, like, getting out, you know, if he's in, like, a competitive match against somebody that's a little further up the card, like, he should be not winning. Like, something should happen to tilt the odds in his favor, you know, like, since he's the Chosen One. Maybe they do that later on. That would help immensely, I think. Because him being taken to the limit by these enhancement guys, it ain't it for me.
And Caleb keeps his poise, keeps his composure, and count of 2 that time. Keep in mind that's something Russo was yelling about a week ago. Don't waste time, Caleb. Don't showboat. Don't posture. And now to that mask again.
Dave, if you go to my review for the Smirnoff Ice Blue Raspberry Lemonade, there's a link to it in the comments from Jeremy, I think.
Oh. Yeah, ripping once again at the mask. And you're exactly right. Vince Russo wants Caleb Conley to stay focused and cold and calculating and not let those emotions get in the way. Right now, it's Caleb Conley in control.
Luke West gas station co-worker? Be serious. He does, but he's the reason Luke took the knife to work.
Caleb Conley hooks the leg. And
did you see he quit his new job, Daninsky?
near fall situation. And
it must be nice, like, with having that cushion of, like, not having to pay any bills, that you can literally go and work a job just so that you can make content complaining about it and then just quit whenever you feel like it with no repercussions, you know?
It's been Caleb reaching for that mask that has been a big difference.
I agree with you, Cody Turbo, and I just think modern wrestling overall, like, kind of shuns the squash match. But if you want me to believe that this is a top guy, like, maybe it's just my old school brain. I couldn't believe they let the pizza guy go like 10 minutes with him back and forth. Like, that was really wild. I don't know. Suicide, I've never seen him win a match, but I don't know. I guess it's just, again, my old brain in the new wrestling world.
Difference maker in swaying this matchup a number of times. I'm sure Caleb would love to unmask Suicide, reveal his identity to the entire world. Oh!
Went for the senton, and Suicide was one step ahead.
Yeah, Suicide can feel the energy.
At least in this case, it's just a competitive match. The pizza guy one really kind of was a head scratcher because he had complete control over who to book, And then he booked his own match against like the worst guy in the company record-wise, and then he got taken like to the absolute limit. So I don't know, maybe we're not supposed to take him seriously. Is that the deal? Like he's the chosen one, but really he sucks? Is that I don't know. It seems like they want us to believe that he's a top guy, though.
For these fans tonight in Michigan.
He doesn't like to bury guys.
Suicide lighten up Caleb.
I
Big
mean,
combo.
I can accept it that it's just part of the modern style, but like in the back of my mind, it just completely undermines Caleb Conley.
Yeah, martial arts stop, palm thrusts by Suicide. Hell of a striker, no doubt, as Caleb.
And yes, I know I'm being super serious about the like company with the zombies and a company where Stephen Flo is a top guy, but I don't know. I get into that like, you know, haunted house mindset where I want to buy in on everything.
Oh, but we know that Suicide can fly too.
Suicide soars with a tope.
You don't remember when he pissed off all those people, Daninsky? It was a minor blow up, but I mean it's kind of followed him, but I think most people got over it because it's not constantly in the forefront of whatever he's doing.
Suicide all the way up top. Oh, what a double stomp.
Double stomp.
And wait
a minute.
second. That's not. I've never seen Suicide do that before.
That looked like Matt Cross's cross cutter. And look at this on near fall. I think Suicide might be playing some mind games with Caleb.
Yeah, absolutely. We know that Caleb and Russo have been enmeshed with Matt Cross for a while now. Well, not anymore. Matt Cross is gone.
Yeah, but Suicide using that to rent space in Caleb's head like Caleb had done.
Yeah, the guy at the dealership gave no quarter whatsoever. Like I loved it when he was repeating Luke's own words back to him. It was like, you should stand behind your work. Stop right there. You said you wanted the work done, even though I told you it wouldn't do any good.
To Suicide by reaching for that mask. I gotta believe in. Oh, wait a minute. Suicide, we're gonna finish this thing.
Oh no, the mask is open. Wait a second.
That is.
Well, what's he mad? He's mad because he wants to be. He thought that Russo would give him the chosen one spot after he took out Kerry Morton.
Cross. Caleb got the mask. I knew Caleb.
Man, I forgot how.
Be shocked at who was Suicide, but I never thought it'd be Matt Cross, and he jumps the referee.
I forgot how.
Matt Cross
how short Matt Cross was.
He was fired.
Your winner by disqualification, Caleb Conley.
And Matt Cross has snuck in Suicide clothing.
Wow. And it looked like Matt Cross might even be looking to squash Caleb for good.
Yeah, Matt was looking shooting star press.
Luigi Primo. I mean, I get it if you like the character, but I mean, he shouldn't be beating the top or taking the top guy, one of the top guys, to the limit. He's not a great wrestler. But I mean, I like to watch him. I like it when he's on the card. But I want to see him twirl the pizza, and then I want to see him look up at the lights. You know what I mean? I don't want to see him in an Iron Man match.
Caleb gets out of dodge. Matt Cross feels used. Matt Cross feels taken advantage of because he was hired to eliminate Kerry Morton and then cast aside so Caleb could have the spotlight. And Matt Cross.
He's leaving through the crowd because again
with Maple Leaf is what's his name, right? The old TNA guy, Scott D'Amore.
Fired.
He's not welcome in this locker room. He lost a loser leaves JCW match.
Luigi would have done well in Chikara, if you remember them. That gimmick would have fit in perfectly there.
And Matt Cross through the people after making his statement.
So this is where we're going to have this meeting, huh? I'm not turned off.
Enough of this shit with you, okay? I'm tired of your friggin' ugliness.
Two of my JCW favorites.
I'm tired of your fat ass. I'm tired of the way you friggin' treat people, especially me.
Luigi
All right?
versus
We had a
cocaine.
thing. It was great. Now you're a sex goddess. But this shit has got to stop, okay? You and your fat ass and your ugliness, you're not even
Wow.
tan. Your teeth are not even white, and you stink. You turn me off. I can't stand you. But I need to know if you're going to be by my side.
I just think that I think Cody Turbo was right. I think that modern wrestling fans don't really care for like squash matches in general. And like, I do think that there's more emphasis on just every match being, you know, competitive versus storytelling. But I mean, and that's not to say that they don't do a lot of storytelling here, because they do. But I mean, I just think I just think modern fans don't want to, you know, are not into the squashes, which makes sense because I grew up seeing them, and like they probably grew up not seeing them at all. Remember those ones they used to do though? What were they called? Gold Rush matches where you had to win as fast as possible. But those were, again, like name guys against name guys.
Side tonight because we have a fight. All right, and I don't know if I can trust you, especially
Dan
after the
Housen.
Nic Nemeth thing with all that garbage you had to say.
Oh, trust.
Yeah, trust.
You use that word.
Yeah.
Listen here, you little dick, big, fat, bald-headed fucking man, cunt monkey of a
Boy, you don't want Mickey Knuckles critiquing your penis size.
fucking cock nugget. Fuck you, Vito. You can do it by your goddamn self. You think you're so fucking big and bad? You can take care of business by yourself? Then maybe you should just trust you and deal with it on your fucking own. Fuck you, Vito.
Another scorned customer. Take a hike, bitch.
Are you? Yeah, that's the way you talk.
No, not Speed. They used to do Gold Rush matches. I think it was like every so often they just do Gold Rush. And you had to get the fastest time, and then it'd be for whatever, some weird shit.
To women?
Listen,
no,
this
this
is New York
affected you,
business.
woman. That's the way you.
That was a one-on-one conversation.
I remember Shelton Benjamin being in a lot of the Gold Rush matches.
Can I talk? That's the way you talk to human beings? Why don't you fucking talk to me?
I am talking to you, you scumbag.
Enhancement talent.
Oh, really?
You ever see one of these up close?
I'm a king. I don't need one of those.
You know what? You should fucking talk to me the way that you talk to her.
I'm
I had
talking
a
to you up close.
Page of
You know, and
Flora
you know what the
open.
best
That was a
thing
real
is that you
eye-opening
put your fucking foot in
experience.
your
I
mouth.
forgot about that.
Because you're gonna get it.
Okay, Gold
Soprano
Rush
style.
matches.
You're just not gonna see it, you piece of shit.
Oh, okay. So they still do the Gold Rush matches, but they moved them over to NXT. Well, this is all.
In the beginning, one show revolutionized and reshaped the internet forever. And now,
This is your main doodoo staying Shaggy 2 Dope.
I'm your main doo-doo stain, Shaggy 2 Dope. Welcome to the Shaggy Show.
Okay, some of them were not time-based. When they did a big tournament, listen to this tournament lineup on a TV show. Shawn Michaels, Shelton Benjamin, Edge, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Triple H, Kane, and Christian. What a crazy tournament.
Show. He's charged with getting beat with the ugly stick. You make this noise and the cat will come.
Oh my God, he's right here.
I told you.
Is wrestling psychology dead? Yes. I don't think it's dead. I think it's just adapted in ways that a lot of old school fans don't like. Like, I can't imagine like Don Bass being more worried about his social media views and creating a viral moment on X than like his matches and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Fucking works.
You can't, and in my opinion, you have to have somebody driving the vision, and you can't have a bunch of, people that don't understand. I guess the psychology's just moved over to being like, instead of being a sport with some soap opera elements, it's a soap opera that happens to have some wrestling at times.
We just get banned for something?
Or really, it's not even that. It's like karaoke for a third of the show. The entrances, I think, are some of the most popular things.
Yeah. No.
Like, I don't know. Everybody has all their own shit, but everybody seems like so samey. It's just who has this catchphrase or that catchphrase. I mean, don't you think having a song that the crowd wants to sing along to is like the best way to get a push?
It's gotta be. That better shoot a fucking cat out of my fingers.
Seen them dominate in the ring. Now hear them unleashed. It's Talking Shop with the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. No scripts, no filters, just straight talk, wild stories.
That would be a fun one, Daninsky. We could do that with AI could probably do something like that pretty good.
Locker room legends and the kind of laughs you won't hear anywhere.
Hey, Peter Ambrosini, your brother's a Juggalo? How does that work with your family being in the mafia, though? Vito doesn't seem to care for the Juggalo lifestyle, and he's in the mafia.
Where else? From wrestling headlines to behind-the-scenes chaos, if it's happening, they're talking about it. Crack open a cold one and join the party every week with...
Listen, don't you want to know what Festus has to say?
Talking Shop, available now on all major podcast platforms. Talking Shop, too sweet.
They say love will tear you apart.
Here we go.
And tonight, we put that to the test. For there are obvious, visible cracks within the foundation of Flocane. Unlike the eternal love Barnabas has for my children.
Does he put the paint on, Peter? I mean, I'm sorry, that didn't sound right. I didn't say does he put the paint on his Peter. I meant does he put the paint on his face, comma, Peter, as in you. I'm addressing it to you.
Great. Cocaine, you and your disgusting
You love the Festus character?
have wreaked havoc upon my family.
He got a figure too. The face sculpt on it was hilarious.
A family you could have been a member of, but instead you align yourself with someone who doesn't want or even need your help. But what better way to extract? Get off me! Tonight, Stephen Flo and Cocaine, you suffer the consequences of your actions, and for the love of God, Jackson and Abel, stay the hell away from that damn devil dust, because I can't take my...
Yeah, because they got all jazzed up last time, right? On the, they took his cocaine. Didn't they almost get cured as well from the thing, but then he sabotaged it?
More of this! I'm losing my fucking mind!
The virus? Boo.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
You work for it. We will
Just off shift from the daycare.
born to it. The trust.
Oh my lord.
Well, as Barnabas has his issues
Finally.
controlling the outbreak
Something for the
since they
boys.
found Cocaine's secret stash, Sophia Rose has been exactly where she's needed to be week after week to help J-Rod
We don't judge,
get exactly
Peter.
what she wants.
Yeah, Sophia Rose and J-Rod
Some of my favorite people are unemployed.
go way back. We had no idea when J-Rod
And her opponent from the 412, Dynamite Danny Moe.
Well, Dynamite Danny Moe has been on the other side of that rivalry, a very unlikely alliance with Big Al former rivals, now allies of convenience, to fight off J-Rod and Sophia Rose. But Vito, I believe this is our first look at Sophia in one-on-one competition.
That it is.
Oh, she's teaming up with Alice Crowley. That's right.
To prepare for this new competitor here in
JCW. Alice Crowley.
Like you said, these two have been tangling.
Did you notice, Daninsky, that Veda Scott is back? We had a week off from Veda Scott. What's his name? Came into the chat earlier, Daninsky, the Mad Mac guy from the Russo thing.
Both sanctioned and unsanctioned weapons matches. All
I hope he doesn't pass along that I was questioning Veda Scott. I feel the same way about Danny Moe that I do about Facade, and I don't know if it's the outfits or because they're whatever. They just seem like they should be in a faction, and I don't. There's just something about them. It might be the day glow, but I typically like neon colors, so I don't know.
All over JCW in the past few weeks, and now finally they get their hands on each other one-on-one.
Between Sophia.
Big Bank is Sophia Rose, and then this is Danny Moe. Femsod.
Between that ring card loaded with metal, the brass knuckles, J-Rod is...
Alice Crowley, or truthfully Trisha, Alice Crowley. It would take one of the absolute peak boy girls to outdo Alice Crowley. I mean, come on.
Always had a plan. The one thing she hasn't gotten yet is the #1 contendership to Haley J's Women's Championship. That belongs to Big Al as Danny Moe trips up Sophia and drops a leg drop. Danny Moe showcasing that agility in the early
What's up, Scott?
Danny Moe. Whoa.
Truthfully, Trisha if we were in the wild, would be like I could pull truthfully Trisha. I couldn't pull Alice Crowley, so I'd have to pick Alice Crowley. If I'm given the cheat code, I'm taking Alice Crowley.
A count of one, and by the way, Big Vito certainly is somebody who will.
Hold on, Jeremy. You said that Danny Moe and Facade are a couple IRL. That makes sense. Like, they look very similar. Do you think that's why they save money by buying the same material and color to save on ring gear costs?
There's the crowd like Danny Moe does at this point, but I'm wondering how Vito's team is going to look next week in that deadly resolution. Vito, we heard before we went on the air, PCO is injured as a result of that tag team matchup a week ago, so he's not going to be medically cleared for the next couple of weeks.
Well, Danny Moe.
Ring rat would be way up there too.
This match, she got clobbered.
Opportunistic shot by Sophia.
But
while PCO is
out.
But
I did listen to her on the one podcast, and I know it's my fault for having, whatever, unrealistic expectations, but like sometimes seeing the people out of their characters, especially when they have like a really colorful character, kind of, it's kind of jarring, and she definitely wasn't the way that I expected her to be, which is on me, not on her.
I wonder what Mickey Knuckles' status is after Vito just blew up at her and they exchanged those words. So Vito's mafioso.
J-Rod, I just feel like it's hard to get too into J-Rod. I just kind of appreciate looking at her, but like, she's not going to stick around. Like, she's going to make it to a big company.
May not necessarily be in the same library, let alone on the same page.
Yeah, you think that Big Vito, this is not exactly the time he wants to be making more enemies, but he's never really had a way with people.
Not exactly.
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, wow.
Vito doesn't have friends so much as associates, but right now, Sophia, the friend of J-Rod, certainly fighting in her honor as she goes to work on
in my
Danny
prime.
Moe and fiery temper towards the referee. Danny Moe has done so much in her career.
Watching J-Rod reminds me of when we used to, in Memphis, we'll see like big names pass through there right before they break through. And it's just like they stand out. Like, you can just tell, like, this is something like, that could really get over. And I feel that way with her, even though I don't like her character. I feel like her look and her in-ring abilities are like perfect for NXT or AEW.
World record for the highest elevation women's match in history in the mountains of Nepal, but Will she be able to get through Sophia as she
Whoa.
goes into the cover? Only a count of 1 that time.
Danny Moe, of course, a former
I would
JCW
take Ring
Women's
Rat
Champion
home to
herself.
meet the
You gotta
fam
think
in a heartbeat.
That's where Sophia Rose wants to be headed too.
I would introduce Ring Rat to every single human being that I ever encountered.
Yeah, Sophia Rose
I'd be like, look at this.
will either get it for herself or certainly help clear the path for J-Rod. Either or. But right now it's
Mike
all about
skills,
one-on-one,
true, but
and
she's a woman. Like,
perhaps if Sophia could get to a title match.
have you seen the Mike skills of like the majority of the, like, no offense to them, but like I don't see very many. The stuff I've seen, I don't see anybody doing all that great promos.
For J-Rod, we'll see how that may affect the relationship. But right now, look for the suplex.
Well, but Danny Moe
Nicely
was
done.
trying to turn it around. Instead, Sophia
I saw that,
gets a
Scott.
neck breaker.
I'm hoping he'll leave it up. Like, people are like, I think most people hold Becky Lynch up as maybe one of the better women's promos, and I think I think it's atrocious. Like, it's just not. I don't know. I don't care for women's wrestling for the most part.
Scorn in those eyes. Someone I would not want to mess with. I can't believe Sophia made her debut just as a common ring girl we would see every day before any matchup. We all saw her in plain sight, didn't have a second thought about her, but she ended up being the biggest difference maker that night.
Yeah, J-Rod and Sophia Rose, they hatched a plan to get her here in JCW, and now she's become a
Like,
real...
when I see Mercedes Moné, like, I don't think star. It just looks, she just seems like, you know what I mean? I don't see it.
difference maker, but hold on a second. Here comes Danny Moe.
Tip up, great agility by Danny Moe to land on her feet.
Whoa, Moe. Spear through the ropes.
We do hope to get some updates as Danny Moe gets a roll up, drives the weight for 2. We hope to get some updates on the identities of either Big Vito and or Violent J's teammates.
Like, Mickey, to me, is the best
Next week, our cameras
performer
that
in the
story,
women's
but right
division,
now
but she doesn't, in JCW, but she doesn't wrestle, you know, other women.
Rest of Sophia and Danny Moe to get back to their feet could be a turning point in this important one-on-one match.
Using the ropes to get back up to their feet, Danny Moe, Sophia Rose charging in, but it's Danny Moe who connects.
A series of take. Oh, what a hard right hand that connected flush. Danny Moe, explosive, dynamite, living up to her namesake.
Little fake out there by Danny Moe into the code red.
Stacks her up at a near fall situation. Keep in mind, Danny Moe actually does hold a victory over J-Rod in that street fight several weeks back. Granted, she had some help, but she's the only one that can say she has that kind of a decisive decision over the Ultimate Athlete.
Yeah, I'm sure J-Rod would like to forget about that. Up on the shoulders, though. Sophia Rose is in big trouble here. Danny, wait. Sophia, look at she's
like, I'm not anti-women's matches, but like, if I was booking, I would book them like they did in the 80s, where like you would see a match occasionally, but like not regularly, and certainly not like at a like 50-50 balance.
She's holding onto the ropes, wrapping herself around the ropes.
Great resourcefulness by Sophia as Danny gets hung up on that ring cable.
Oh, what a kick, sliding onto the apron.
And Sophia back in control, and again, that scowl on her face, meaning business, not wasting any time.
Oh!
TKO across the knee. Is that going to be it? Near fall situation. Veda, as Sophia pulls out the victory, would you consider it an upset?
I mean, at this point, Danny Moe is just so synonymous with JCW. It absolutely would have to be. It would be a way for Sophia Rose to firmly plant herself here in JCW.
Nice roll through by Danny to escape the grasp of Sophia. Double spring, crossbody, hooks the leg tight. She got her.
Here is your winner, Dynamite.
And I'm not at all making a case for them to be removed from the card or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, for me personally, I don't really care for the women's matches, but that's just me. But there are, like, this wasn't bad by any means, but I would have, like, I don't know.
Well, Well, I'd hate to be a piece of furniture in J-Rod's locker room because it's probably going to get destroyed. And when the case in point.
Hold on a second. Yeah, that's.
I mean, it could have been a little bit shorter, but I mean, at least there's a purpose for it. She's gonna, which I don't really understand because Sophia Rose seems like she's more of a lover than a fighter, and J-Rod seems like a killing machine. So I don't know why Sophia would be the gatekeeper for J-Rod, but like at least like it made sense. There was a reason for it. The match was okay. Like I didn't mind this.
But Danny Moe doesn't see J-Rod, but J-Rod is in the eye line of everybody here, and Danny Moe walked into a huge booth.
Like I genuinely don't expect to like everything on a card. Like at all, like, or I don't expect to like every wrestler or every booking decision. Like I just know there's stuff on the card that's for other people, and that's fine because the stuff that I like, maybe some other people wouldn't want to like. ATF didn't like the promo at the beginning. To me, I loved the like 30 minutes worth of promos between those guys.
I mean, we had to know it was only a matter of time before J-Rod would make her presence known, and here comes Big Al.
Big Al and
Oh man, Big Al. See, and Big Al does not really have Gooner gear. I mean, she's pretty modestly dressed as far as a women's wrestler goes, but I mean, what an icon.
One contender to the women's title, Big Al, after rediscovering her ruthless rage, is ready to fight both or the world.
She got a tattoo on her ribs, right? Does she have any on her arms?
Get a message sent to Danny Moe, but they still don't have that #1 contendership. Big Al's got it, and she's watching over the proceedings, even though she's not the joke.
You've missed like 3 matches.
Big Al, your #1 contender.
Shut the hell up.
JCW presents Stranglemania. GCW's collective at Horse.
Oh, we're to the Anderson match. Well, we got a thick Juggalo trad.
The JCW Lunacy World Championship. Introducing first.
Man, that was some cake, man. Wow.
The challenger from the Wolf's Den, the Bad Wolf, Mecha.
This is like a fever dream match. Mecha Wolf versus Mr. Anderson. I love this shit.
Vito, when you look at win percentages,
Oh, not Lord
over
Beagle.
the past 6 months or so, here in JCW, there are very few who rank higher than the hunter himself, Mecha Wolf, and he has a chance to cash in on that big time with a shot at JCW's top prize.
I gotta remember, it's still like a month away for us, but unless I'm thinking they're probably not going to shorten the shows, so we'll probably have to only do like 1 a week, but I think we're like a month away from Stranglemania, but it's on YouTube, so we can watch it too.
What a chance it is. Mecha Wolf looking
Fat clown
to
trad,
ride
yeah.
the momentum,
PH.
ride the energy he's feeling here all the way to the top. Would be a huge victory, making history as champion, but he's got to get through a
ATF is just mad because he didn't pass the dick check with the Juggalo girls.
legend in our current champion, Mr. Anderson.
They told him he was in American Dream territory, and that didn't work for them, brother.
Who has a lot of history, as we saw with JCW.
Mecha Wolf as intense as ever. Who will forget spearing Disco Ray through the wall? Last time we saw that action on Lunacy. Will our champion meet a similar fate?
And his opponent from Green Bay, Wisconsin, he is the JCW Lunacy World Champion, Mr. Anderson.
Well, if you've been following along at Ken Anderson's era of Lunacy, since he arrived at the start of the year. By the way, if you're not following along, like and subscribe right now. Be part of Lunacy every single week. But we've seen Vito. Ken Anderson does things his way. Whether it's James Storm, Vince Russo, or anybody in between. Ken Anderson, he's his own man.
Yeah, he's not interested in doing what the office tells him to do. All he cares about is holding on to that championship.
It just his head to me just seems like he could really take a punch, you know. Seems like he has like a really, you know what I mean? He got that old guy big head.
But look at this. This is already an intense stare down before the bell has even rung.
Yes, he does. He just looks like a tough blue collar, you know, old guy.
That beautiful.
Which I think is awesome. I like it.
Lunacy Championship. That Ken Anderson defeated James Storm to fill that vacancy, and he's worn it so proudly ever since. And Mecha Wolf mocking the fact that
Disco
Ken does
Ray
not
is
have
in
his
my
trademark
top
ceiling
5.
microphone this week.
You
more
hate
of a
Veda, me
spiritual
too.
microphone at
Well, I
this
don't
point.
hate
It's
her,
in all
but
of our hearts.
I don't
The
care
real
for her.
microphone are the friends we made along the way. As Anderson and Mecha.
She seems like she would try to lecture me about why I needed to like women's wrestling.
Look to tangle here. This could be physical. We
Bucket
already
of
saw
worms.
Ken Anderson's
Wow,
move to
that's
fight
harsh.
earlier on when he took issue with Vito's wording towards Mickey Knuckles. And we'll see if Anderson can work out some of that frustration.
Cut a promo on
the
Veda
predatory
Scott.
nature of Mecha Wolf, who is in the fight on the prowl.
That'd be really random.
Yeah, Mecha Wolf is
You'd have
just
to tag
so
her.
intense all the time. Especially now with the championship in the balance.
And Mecha Wolf, he can win this thing on any given night. A guy like Mecha Wolf could become champion on any given night. Most
Tough
of the
dad,
roster
Ken Anderson.
can have that said about them. It's so competitive here at JCW.
Toughest guy at the barbecue, Bob Brown.
Lunacy, it feels like week in and week out, this talent roster continues to step up.
Well, and next week we have that deadly resolution match. The entire face of JCW is gonna change once again. I mean, I guess we're about to find out who is going to be champion heading into that new era.
Yeah, so many questions need to be answered
Oh,
as
sorry.
we inch closer to April.
Keep that in mind, G. Thanks, if you cut a promo on them. Veda would insult me and then expect the boys to back them up.
17th, Las Vegas, Nevada for Scramble Mania. Strangle Mania will be an incredible event.
Well, doesn't that put the promo back on the table then?
Your way, and it's going to be broadcast across the world. You're going to see
I just can't.
all the JCW
I just
favorites,
can't with
but
Veda.
who will be?
I don't think it's
the world
even an
champion?
issue of like being aggressively bad or anything. It's just I really liked the even when Smiley Roberts is over there, but I miss the other guy, the big guy, Zach Amico, the guy that looked like he's from a Trauma movie.
Who will be the 50% co-owners? That remains to be seen. Rob Van Dam, Good Brothers, Matt Riddle, Nic Nemeth, and so many more. Cowboy James from Vampiro's retirement match.
Oh, I forgot about they
So
got
much
James
more
Storm.
to be announced as that card comes together. It's going to be the
They're
most
not
star-studded
void.
JCW event in quite some time.
They were fighting over a hammerlock now, and it's Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, I like Smiley.
With the success here in the chinlock.
What do I see in the background?
What's up with this referee's bangs?
Hold on. Here in the chinlock.
What do I see in the background? Wait a minute.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, Vito.
Think
He's alive. There's no reason that the Juggalos couldn't bring in Dave.
Anderson doesn't realize.
That's a kendo stick.
Is she colored? No. Is she colored or announcer? She is probably neither. I feel like old boy does play-by-play and color. I think she's just there to kind of... I don't really know. I think she's just there to kind of chime in occasionally. She needs to be like Melanie Mack and just be like, wow!
And that's in his qualification.
Great!
And Vito's beating the hell out of the champion.
I would compare her to Tony Schiavone on AEW, where he doesn't really have a specific stated purpose. He's just there to say things occasionally.
He's going after the knee. Vito with a savage assault on the JCW champion. Oh, and all because Anderson dared talk back to him, dared stand up to him.
Come on, Vito.
Vito makes a physical statement at the expense of the champion, and Ken Anderson's hurt.
The winner of this match, and still JCW Lunacy World Champion, Mr. Anderson.
Anderson won the match, but
he doesn't look like a winner right now.
Vito, at what cost? Because Vito.
Oh, so that's who didn't show up. Jonathan Coachman no-showed. Oh no! What a darn it! Dang it! What a shame. Did you see the Hannibal getting into it with people over Charlie Haas? He showed some video where a guy, and I don't know if it was real or not, but a fan like threw a punch at him, and it was 100% whether the fan is just bad at throwing real punches or good at throwing fake punches, but he hit him with a working punch. And someone brought it up in the comments, and Hannibal was like, why would anybody work something like this? And it's like, why do you think? The same reason that you worked slapping Lanny Poffo to get fucking views, pal.
Seemed to have a target on the knee of Ken Anderson, and I don't even want to speculate what kind of damage he may have done.
Hey, what's up, heathen? Well, Vito's kind of distracted right now because he might have to wear clown makeup. His bond is not paid.
Hey, man. I'm sorry. I know I've been on edge a lot lately. But there has to come a time, you know, where I could stand on my own 2 feet. I can't just keep having you saving my ass like this all the time. But, you know, never mind that. You got some extra to go around tonight?
He's so soft-spoken. This is what the heathen's talking about.
Man, I tell you, them zombies, when they get into that booger sugar, they don't know if they're coming or if they're going.
Hell yeah.
Let's do this.
It's because he's got a sweep for Charlie Haas because he's wrestling him at Vampiro's Canadian retirement match. Ooh, Jeev Sache.
Fashionable enough for the red carpet, durable enough for inside the ring. JCW.com.
Hello, I'm Clownvis. You might know me from my strange videos online. Well, believe me when I say I do even stranger things on stage in real life, and I am going on tour, and it just might be your chance to see me in your town.
Beth doesn't have meth teeth, but she did one time while she was high on meth pull out one of her own teeth, but she said it was her least favorite tooth, and she had had enough of it.
The Oddballs and Outlaws Tour, starring 4 in the Strange Band. That's the 4th generation of the Hank Williams family legacy, along with King Sickabilly and, of course, me, Clownvis. Gather up your weirdest friends and tell them to brace themselves for the show of a lifetime. The Oddballs and Outlaws Tour, coming to a town near you. Tickets are on sale now. I'll see you at a show.
These sound like I'd like to go to every one of these places. Red Flag, the Stickies R&R Chicken Shack, Siberia, Black Magic Social Club, Sam's Burger Joint, Kick Butt Coffee, the Cicada, Mercury Lounge, Hook and Ladder Theater, the Appleton. Remember Larry Appleton from Perfect Strangers?
Show.
Bethhausen. Hey, we gotta get in Big Al.
With that lip flapping, what you thought was gonna happen? Turn around, bitch boy, and
Oh, Hollywood. Oh my God. Absolute perfection. Big Al. Where's Luigi at? There he is for Dave. Whoops.
Welcome back. My name is Mac Davis, and coming up next week, a war. A war that determines the future of JCW. My guess at this...
Wait, you had the other people pulled your teeth out? Were they on meth, though? No, but was anyone on meth or no one was on meth?
Time is Violent J, and Violent J, I gotta tell you, the guys in the locker room, everybody's...
Big Al is legit.
Talking, you're 49% up for grabs. You could lose the entire company after you've already
Please stop bullying my parasocial relationship with Alice Crowley.
given 51% to Vince Russo. What are you planning on doing?
I'll tell you something, Mac. The floor we stand on, the walls that surround us, the fans that surround the ring, the competitors, the athletes that compete in the ring, the heritage of this company, the legacy of 27 years of this company is on the line. And I've got two phenomenal wrestlers.
Oh, you were at a university. I thought like you just took like a shot of whiskey and then some dudes held you down while one of your other buddies pulled your teeth out. I didn't know it was like a professional setup.
Of Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack on my side, but I'm the factor I'm worried about because I'm old, Mac. I've got two broken knees, all right?
Hey, Heathen, remember that time when you were out on the street with Harvey Freebird and he was like, oh, I can't do anything because I hurt my shoulder. And you were like, I got two bad knees. I got a busted hip. I can't. I'm blind in my right eye. And you listed off all the stuff. And you were like, quit hiding behind your shoulder.
Battered and beat down. And I'm doing this because I got no other choice. And so am I scared? Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared of losing everything. I'm scared of losing everything I built from the ground up. But I don't have a choice. But the one thing I've got in my advantage, the one thing I have, others don't, is pure, legitimate, certified insanity.
There we go.
I will win this match by any means necessary. I'm not looking to pin somebody. I'm not looking to submit somebody. I'm going out there to do what I've been doing since I was 12 years old. I'm going out there to fight. I'm going out there.
Yeah, the Freebird confrontation on the corner was great. The one moment from the Pampa confrontation when Heathen was like strutting down the street to confront him, like that was so cinematic. But overall, the confronting Harvey on the corner was probably peak Heathen.
To hurt somebody for real. I'm going out there and whoever I'm against is leaving in an ambulance. And that's you, Vito. That ambulance, that hospital bed, that stretcher, that gurney has your name on it. And I'm the one that's going to send you to it. And if things keep progressing, you'll also see...
He needs DDP yoga because of his knees, or...
They're coughing!
I mean, he's got to have, like... He's got a ton of money, right? Like, he could probably get any kind of treatment he wanted to if he wanted to and he felt like he needed to.
Make sure to join us next week. JCW.
This guy was in the chat earlier for a minute.
Lunacy, there's going to be a war.
He left because ATF kept talking about farting.
Did you see that, Mr. Cameraman? How Soprano style, he didn't even see it coming. The way I kicked the shit out of Anderson, he was screaming like a bitch, huh? Did you see him wailing out there? My leg, my leg, my leg, huh? It was awesome. It was terrific. It was the best night of my life. Just beating the hell out. You can understand.
Hey, Heathen, do you think this guy here, Mr. Anderson, looks like he looks kind of like a... Maybe he'd work down at the shipyard with Joey. He got that blue-collar, tough guy vibe.
Never gonna fucking see it coming, right? Isn't that what you fucking said to me?
The best is yet to come, baby. You fuck.
Ooh, the tall clown trad is back.
Introducing first.
Oh my god.
From Cleveland, Ohio. He is
Is this our main? No.
Nic Nemeth.
Yeah, Mad Mac was in the chat for like just for a minute. I think he came in and said like something about like memories, like if the old show, and then ATF kept saying he wanted to shove things in his fart box or something. You know how he is.
Well, it's all about stepping up and fighting here at JCW Lunacy.
He don't mess
we know
around.
Violent J's ready. We know he's up for the challenge. Next week in that deadly
He had to get business wrapped up so that he could make it in time for last call.
Collusion. But right now, the wanted man, Nic Nemeth, has a challenge of his own.
True, heathen. Now we're seeing him, he's paying it forward as the grizzled veteran. That's what he looks like. He looks like a grizzled, seasoned veteran.
Because after that victory, survival over Mickey Knuckles, it seems that Nic Nemeth
What were all those balloons
is
up there
looking
for?
over Mickey.
Did you see them?
Because after that
That's what this is, right? Like a bunch of balloons? Or is that a balloon decoration of some kind?
victory, survival over Mickey Knuckles, it seems that Nic Nemeth is looking for another fight.
And as we look forward to that
Now, is he any relation? Or no, heathen?
deadly resolution again, it's really all about the teams that get assembled here. There's so many moving parts, and another mystery about to be solved here because Nic Nemeth has said tonight he has an open challenge.
Beetlejuice.
JCW, how the hell we doing? Thank you for having me here. I was supposed to have a scheduled match against PCO.
Oh, wow.
But he's not here. So what do you say, JCW? Maybe we just make it an open challenge to anybody in the back? Who wants to steal the show, go down in history, burn this place to the ground, JCW style?
I saw it. Who takes this?
Let's see what we got.
When I was getting the thumbnail.
Now, Nemeth calling out the world. Who will be?
What's up, Eddie? No, Memphis is Friday mornings.
Oh, wait a second.
How you doing, buddy?
He runs the streets at night. Creeping.
This isn't just any challenger.
He is the Neon Ninja and the JCW American Champion.
The American champ.
Yeah, Nic Nemeth might have been calling out the entire world, but he didn't have to go far to find someone to accept it. That is Facade, one of our very own, one of our champions here at JCW, the American champion, Facade.
It's very rare to see a champion accept an open challenge, but when you've got somebody the caliber of Nic Nemeth, who's been a world...
Yeah, we finished 89 Memphis, so we went all the way back to late 70s, and now I think we just finished 1980 last week, so we're starting 1981 on Friday.
Champion everywhere.
Which I think we're heading into like some of what a lot of people consider to be like the best Memphis era.
You become a wanted man in more ways than one. And Facade, who is flapping the ring and giving his Facadograph to a lot of these ringside fans. Facade himself has been the cause of much talk in front of and behind the camera. Much speculation as far as where this man's head is at.
Yeah, Facade has been.
And he kept shitting on Vince Russo for some reason. I think that did it too.
Racking up the victories here in JCW, whether he does it, well, quite the right way or not. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. And hold on, wait, Facade's got something to say now.
And this chick already wrote, wow, Bob Brown.
Good to see you, man. I'd like to answer your open challenge. But, bro, you're so slick. I'm even slicker. I gotta raise you one. Because here, I want to put this American Championship on the line tonight. Oh. This one right here.
Look at Nic Nemeth like, oh my God, the American title? Holy shit.
This big heavy boy right
he
here.
Got a world title run, right? In WWE, he got a big gold belt run, I think.
Yeah.
How's that for confidence, Vito?
I mean, like you said, how often do we see a champion accept a challenge like this and then put his title on the line? I mean, that is...
So that they can monetize the videos, Cody Turbo. I mean, at 41K views, like, there's probably not profit in paying for, like, licensed music. And typically an episode of this will come back with, like, copyright claims, but it's all... like Juggalo music, you know?
It's risky business.
Like Stephen Flow's song.
On the part of Facade.
To be clear, Facade had no obligation to put that title
how
up.
much let's see how much you make on 41K.
And we are going to see as a result.
Are you sure? I thought Dolph Ziggler had one world title run. No? He did bang Sonny, though.
Senior referee Jeff the Ref has that American title in tow, and we talked about Nemeth being a champion everywhere he's been.
How much
could Nemeth be the next American champion in JCW?
Facade certainly doesn't think he has much of a chance, or else he wouldn't have put that title on the line. And think about this, what it would mean to hold a victory over...
Okay, so 40K views on YouTube, assuming that you have all the monetization rights to it, on the low end would earn $80, and on the higher end, but not the absolute highest, but high of $400. So it just depends on where your what your niche is. It says that if you're in gaming, comedy, or vlogs, that's very low paying. High paying niches include finance, investing, business, and AI. Average niches is lifestyle, DIY, and tech reviews. So, but you would get, this is an hour and 42 minutes long, so there would probably be a ton of potential ad space on it, but they probably don't make much. It's probably a money losing enterprise, the company, like the wrestling aspect of it.
Someone like Nic Nemeth for Facade, and all right, we're seeing a little bit of sportsmanship here.
Well, we see that from Facade when the fires don't get too hot. We've seen Facade kind of dismissive of some of his actions, but when his feet get held to the fire...
Yeah, of course. If you're going to consult any source for YouTube metrics data, you always want to go with StatsBot.
And when the result becomes in jeopardy, we've seen Facade, let's be honest, take the cheap way out more than once.
Oh, absolutely, and it has paid dividends, but here, wait.
Shoulders down as Nemeth, a amateur wrestling standout his whole life, St. Edward's High School in suburban Cleveland, Ohio.
Whoa.
Another cradle, Kent State University All-American. Nemeth will beat Facade on the mat 100 times.
Just a reminder, after this episode is over, I'm going to take a break, but we're probably like, I don't know, an hour-ish away from that or so. Well, maybe a little less than that. But I will be back at 1:30. It's 11 right now, but I'll be back at 1:30 for a girl watching episode. It should be pretty interesting.
Of 100, Facade can't get caught down there.
Yeah, Facade needs to come up with a different plan here for sure. Whoa, Nemeth again in control.
Nemeth is so fluid in his movements. But Facade, when he takes to the air, much the same can be said, and this is almost a stalemate because if Nemeth moves in, he's going to get kicked in the face.
Oh, he gets caught and taken down. Facade back up.
ATF Media told me that he thinks that if Facade was around in the mid-'80s, that he could have had as big of a run with Hogan, if not bigger than Paul Orndorff had, but only if Vince had really believed in it and given it the push.
Yeah, Nemeth tried to wait Facade out, but nothing doing. Facade has amazing body control, especially in unorthodox situations. And that's the thing. Nemeth is a veteran. He's a student of the sport.
Well, I think the deal with Iron Man is it's in the background. It's not featured. It's not super overpoweringly loud, and they only play a very short amount of it. It's never triggered copyright, but like typically on like wrestling shows, if the music is in the background and they don't play the entire song, sometimes you'll get lucky, but like that one, they barely play it. So like the volume is kind of low. So I think that's how that Iron Man sneaks past.
But Facade is a unique entity unto his own. He's almost impossible to scout.
Oh, wow.
Nic Nemeth taking a breather out on the outside. And what is this,
what
Facade?
What a thing, Bob.
Geeing up.
Thank you, Bob.
Nemeth doesn't realize
that was very entertaining to my high brain, Bob. Thank you for the 1,000 joules. Are you kidding me? For the air travel. I love that one. That's a great one, Bob. Thank you, man. Right into the dispensary fund.
Now he does. Oh,
appreciate it, man.
Second reaction by Nemeth to get out of harm's way, and the veteran caught Facade coming back in.
I'm working on two. The only reason I don't have it set up where they come up on the screen is because my computer sucks, and I don't want it to. Literal. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but during Boit Madness one time, the stream almost crashed because I had a second tab open on a static image of tournament brackets. So that's the only reason that I don't have it up on. Like it doesn't show up on the big screen.
A trademark elbow drop of Nic Nemeth.
I'm like barely.
As he connects with a shot to the heart.
Stable.
It is not easy to stay a step ahead of Nic Nemeth. He shuts that down real quick, and now back in control.
And certainly we think about the fact that Nemeth's original opponent, PCO, was medically disqualified. We know he won't be cleared for next week, and as a result, Big Vito, as of now, does not have tag team partners heading in to next week's Deadly Resolution.
There's so much on the line next week. Vito's got to figure something out, and so does Facade here as Nemeth repositions.
Certainly, Violent J has an entire locker room that looks up to him. Some idolize him. All respect him for what he's done to build JCW over the past 27 years. And as far as Violent J finding a team, certainly,
so weird.
I think they'll be lining up at his door.
Facade able to fight up to his feet, but I think he got caught here again. Looking for the neck breaker, is no.
Yeah, Nemeth trying to go textbook on that crank of the neck, but Facade out-quickening him. Puts the brakes on in the corner, ducks the charge. Facade staying elusive.
I wonder if there's a plug-in that you can use that only shows the gym things. Maybe if we limit it strictly to that, that'll like be low enough like memory vacuum or whatever to where we could actually use it.
Abusive, yet abusive as he connects with a sidekick.
Finally able to take Nic Nemeth off his feet. JCW American Championship is on the line at the request of the Open Challenge challenger Facade. Lot of ups and downs in
Ain't it good to be alive here in Fusion Studios? Of course.
This matchup and how it came together, but right now Facade looking to get a huge victory. Coast to to coast.
I did like that.
Get
That was
a
good.
huge victory. Coast to coast.
Facade scores big with a drop kick. Will this be all? Hook of the leg.
What's up, OC?
Oh.
The quickening.
Facade went into that pinfall with all the confidence in the world.
Well, I would suggest Facade walked into this matchup with all the confidence in the world.
Absolutely.
But that's a maneuver that normally ends this matchup. And Facade in the deep end and in over his head. He doesn't think so. And with a head of steam and distance comes opportunity.
Oh no! And Facade.
Nemeth caught Facade in midair. We got a new champion.
Whoa! Nemeth catches Facade and falls into the pinfall, but somehow Facade is still in it.
What's Facade's deal? I know he's turning heel, but he doesn't have any like enemies, right? He's not feuding with anybody. That'd be nice if he gets an actual like win-win by cheating on Nemeth. That'd be pretty big.
And you have to wonder, Facade
What's up, King
making this
Walker?
a championship match, was it?
Yeah, there's a Craig Fingerling not only approved for the girl watching stream this afternoon for new specific girl watching bumpers to be made, but also got us a new loading screen, which I think frequent viewers will really appreciate.
Overconfidence? Was it hubris? Speaking ahead of judgment? That may lie in the result of this matchup as Nemeth measures Facade, looking like he's going to take him to the danger zone.
Grace getting a ton of attention too. She's been on a ton of thumbnails over the DSP leaks. Like, I think I've seen at least 3 or 4 duty streams, and Ben is in all of the thumbnails too, even though he's not involved in the story at all.
Facade.
Whoa!
Oh, Facade grabbed onto the top rope to counter. Quebrada Nemeth sidesteps.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I want to see him win this. I want him to get a pinfall, though. You know what I mean? But like in a cheating way. I think that'd be a pretty substantial win for him.
Thrust kick, Facade.
Oh, look at wait, no, Facade went down.
Oh.
He landed. I can't tell if it's his knee, his ankle.
Yeah, I thought Facade.
How am I not boycotting her? How am I not? I'm not watching Grace content. I'm watching Darkside Phil content, and his DMs with Grace leaked recently, which I had a hand in connecting the two of them, so it's relevant to Fusion Studios. Craig Fingerling had to run everything through legal.
Ducked the kick, but his knee buckled is what happened. The weight gave out, and Facade.
The interviewer.
Now he has an injury.
Yeah, and look at Nemeth just told.
Oh, he's gonna bullshit him.
Nemeth just told Jeff the ref to make sure to go check on Facade.
Oh no, he's doing the this is for real symbol.
I mean,
Yeah, and it looks like might have been the ankle. Might have been.
Again, when Nemeth issued this open challenge, he wasn't looking to injure anybody.
Well, no. It was a freak accident the way he pivoted.
Wait!
Facade, run him up!
Yes, wow. Big win for Facade. Holy shit. Wow. First of all, I never said I was over her. Quite the opposite. What I said was I was boycotting her, which means I'm not reviewing her live streams and I'm not reviewing her new content, all of which is factual. Talking about her or admiring her body are two completely different things.
JCW American Champion, Facade!
Man, what a win.
Facade seems to be walking around just fine right now.
No kidding. It was a ruse, a plan, a plot, a ploy, a sham, a charade, a conspiracy.
And I honestly, I think that's a clean win. I don't consider that to be cheating. There's nothing in the rules that says you can't fake an injury. Putting on a Facade, exactly. Like, I think that was perfect. I think that was, I consider that to be, he just outsmarted him.
Facade came out here on the surface level with
She doesn't weigh 200 pounds. She weighs 178.
respect.
Get it right.
But he just pulled the wool over Nemeth's eyes and conned us again.
How long will Grace's good body? Well, I mean, it depends.
I don't believe believe what we've just seen, and neither can Nic Nemeth. You see that dejection on his face? Veda, I think Facade
Reviewing her
sensed,
beach ball head,
as
no.
many of us did, and I think Facade sensed a few times in recent weeks, he was in danger of losing that title.
Yeah, and now the record is going to show that Facade has a win over Nic Nemeth here on Lunacy, which is big for Facade, but
what a
man,
win.
At what cost?
Well, the record is going to show if you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, the official way to watch JCW brand new episodes each and every Thursday night. Follow along as well on your favorite social media platform, because the news when it concerns Lunacy and JCW keeps on getting bigger and coming faster by the week.
And as you watch week to week, you're going to want to be repping Lunacy wherever you go. So
I mean,
check out.
point to the last Thorpe live stream that I've done. I think it's part 8 of the Endless Summer, and I think that was months and months ago.
Psychopathicvault.com or shop.icp.com for exclusive merchandise and apparel. That is the place to be.
And we are counting down.
Yeah, and I mean, realistically, I think fans are going to back Facade in that situation anyway, because while they might like Nic Nemeth, he's not a JCW guy. They know that he's here, you know what I mean? Just, he's in for a cup of coffee. Like, Facade's going to be there for a while, probably.
On the days until Stranglemania comes to Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up late night, April 17th. You can be a part of it, especially if you're in the Las Vegas area. The eyes of the wrestling world will be on us. We're talking legends.
I thought he would hit him with the belt or something, which would have still been good. But I mean, I consider that to be a clean win.
We're talking icons, and we're talking all your favorites
that
of
dummy
JCW.
Nic Nemeth fell
They'll
for
be
it.
there live. We hope you'll be a part of it as well.
After my Ethiopian restaurant interview, you appreciate Grace more? Interesting childhood, yeah. People hated that interview because it doesn't have any drama or no one gets mad at anybody. Everybody conducts a professional, exchange and then parts ways amicably. It began over 10 years ago when digital streaming was young and DVDs began to be underutilized. A mission to compile the most compelling pro wrestling content the billionaires were overlooking. All genres were appreciated. Action-packed compilations, classic charity. Is this for Joe Dombrowski's website? Wrestlers from the United States, Mexico, Europe, and Japan. Were Grace and I in a relationship? We have a parasocial. Well, I have a parasocial relationship with her. At one point, she did tell people that Lalo and I were her only friends, but that was a long time ago. Bye. There's Punk. This is what Punk wore when I saw him wrestle, and then as he right before he went to WWE, he switched over to the trunks. In other words, delusional is another word for parasocial. I mean, I'm not going to argue that point. Uh-oh.
Blast from the past. Blast from the past. JCW. JCW, blast from the past.
Inner City Redline Trash. Wow.
Blast from the past.
You'd hate to be in the same category as Lalo. Well, I mean, I think she just meant that we were the only people who were, like, nice to her.
Blast from the past.
I am very unpopular, though, in general with Grace's audience. I appreciate that match being well put together, but no, I don't really like him. I'm not negative on him. It's just, he's not, you know, I'm not excited to see him.
Blast from the past. JCW, blast from the past. Blast from the past. Blast from the past.
Way to go, Facade. Oh. Great match tonight. Great match.
Thank you.
I loved it. Listen, you should be beaming right now. I'm pretty beaming. The biggest night of your life. I'm telling you, let me see that smile. Yeah. Camera's focusing.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, I'm not sorry to hear that you're happy about JCW, but I'm sorry about your bad news, man.
Hey, listen, you just beat Nic Nemeth.
I did. Yeah.
Right?
Nic Nemeth. Yeah, he's
the best wrestler of our generation. Number one, in my opinion.
Numero uno. Well, former world champion, right?
Former world champion.
Not too bad.
Now, hold on. Where did he win the world title at, then? In TNA?
Yeah,
now, I got something for you. You remind me of a young man because the way you did it tonight, you screwed him. You beat him.
That's what
you need him.
Yeah.
You killed him.
I killed him.
That's what I need on my team.
Okay. I like that.
I got a match next week. It's huge. The biggest match of my
life.
No,
they're going to put Facade in with Vito for, like, the big event? Wow. Well, if they're going to do it, now's the time when he's coming off that big win.
50% of the company could be ours.
Okay.
May smile. Let me see it.
Ours?
Smart. Ours. We're partners here.
Man.
You help me.
Okay.
You can write your ticket.
I will write my ticket. I'm the guy. I beat Nic Nemeth. I think I can help you. Hey, man, I could use some new gear. This championship shit.
You're tired of slumming. You're starting to bumming, right? Yeah. It's time for you to step up. Now, with that Hollywood look, that great body you got, you're going to be the man.
Vito, huh? That great body you got.
You come with that Hollywood look, that great body you got, you're going to be the man.
Hollywood look.
Me, and you're going to do it. All right?
You better
are on the team.
All right.
Listen,
I got
let's celebrate tonight. And smile for the ladies. I like that. You know what I mean? Don't be so bashful. All right, kid. I'll talk to you later.
All right. I mean, I did a good job. I beat Nic Nemeth, and I've been pretty cool lately, so we'll see how this goes.
Here's like, this looks like it's like Inspector Gadget's niece or something.
The following contest is our Lunacy main event.
I would boo this ring girl.
And it is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Predator roll. The Neon Predator. Jackson Abel.
Ladies and gentlemen, snap right up and prepare to be shocked and amazed as Barnabas the Bizarre so proudly presents from the witch trials of Salem to the voodoo graves of New Orleans.
I saw her face.
Twin bodies, one conjoined. What the fuck?
Well, that didn't go the way Barnabas wanted.
No, generally the twins, they wait behind Barnabas. They follow him wherever he goes.
Yeah, they follow in line, right? But ever since Jackson and Abel got a taste of cocaine stash, they just haven't been the same. I was gonna say they haven't been normal, but really that's never been the case.
Oh, they're having a little...
I like how we've had Ken Anderson on the card, Nic Nemeth, and the main event is the zombies against Flo Kane.
Having a little trouble with the sinuses right now, it appears.
They may have a craving. They may have an itch that needs scratched. I'm not sure. But,
yeah, I kind of agree on if they ever did like a dark heel run, he would be really good with the Brothers of Funstruction.
Barnabas was afraid of the lasting effects. It might rot what was left in their brains, but Vito, this team depends on focus.
And their opponents.
Jackson and Ben Thorpe, a.k.a. Abel.
They are.
You're going to make ATF mad.
From Seattle, Washington, the Grunge Lord, Stephen Flo, and his partner from Columbia, the Devil's favorite dealer,
Jim Janik.
We have seen the after effects of what cocaine stash did to the outbreak, but made it seem like earlier tonight it might have helped mellow out Stephen Flo a little bit.
Yeah, and Stephen Flo, again, he's a boy with big feelings, as we have said, and when he
thanks,
gets in
Vito.
those feelings, it can be a little tough to manage. As of late, he hasn't really been appreciative of cocaine saving and backing him up. He wants to do it on his own. But it seems like the friendship is back intact.
Yeah, Stephen Flo's been on edge. There's no doubt about that. And I think Stephen Flo maybe feels a little inadequate because cocaine's bailed him out so many times. Stephen Flo wants that big standalone moment for himself. Maybe just to prove to himself he can do it. But right now it's not about individual success. It's about tag teams. And Veda, I started to say this a minute ago, but the outbreak...
Our friend Eric McHenry, we learned back in 2019, he fell into such a deep goon hole on Instagram that he had to make a video saying that he was so gooned out and he couldn't crawl out of the goon hole. And he came to make a video basically stating that like he had to make changes because his excessive gooning was starting to impact his everyday life, like his quality of life and his mental health.
Break is all about control, direction. It's Barnabas programming the twins in his way, his vision. If Jackson and Abel aren't really receiving that right now, I'm not sure how this match is going to go.
I mean, it always seems that even with Barnabas in full control, like, they're barely keeping it together. I cannot
Jam,
imagine
100%.
that this is going to go the
I
direction
mean,
that
Raven was essentially this gimmick, but in a different way. Like, this is just a generic, grunge era gimmick.
Barnabas wants it to go. Oh, no!
Oh!
Again, just...
No, he really... Are you talking about... Am I joking about the goon hole? No, he said he was in a goon hole on Instagram, and it was affecting his life. It was all he could do. It was, like, consuming him. Like, that really happened.
Extra erratic is the outbreak.
Frank
A shot for
Urbanovich, watch
cocaine
it.
out of nowhere. Maybe Jackson thought cocaine was holding out. Take down center of the ring, but Stephen Flo showing that incredible agility. We've seen Stephen Flo withstand so much. What happened?
He's down.
Paul Heyman for sure. I think Vince Russo is like more... I mean, building up AJ is like... unless he just beat him every week, I mean, AJ was going to make it either way. I would say Paul Heyman, because I think Paul Heyman took some guys who, over and over again, they were so over in ECW, and when they went somewhere else, it was like it didn't work. You know what I mean? So I think Paul Heyman was kind of the king of the Moneyball style of booking, where you just amplify the positives and try to minimize the negatives. Whereas Russo took a lot of people who were really great and turned them into shit as well. You know what I mean as well. So I would say Paul Heyman, definitely.
He's down. And, oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
It was a trap. Jackson, that's like a triangle type choke.
MMA
He's
zombies.
gonna choke Stephen Flo out. And I think Barnabas' message might finally be getting through.
We don't need the outbreak coked out at an MMA gym. There's already enough of that. Up on the shoulder, Stephen Flo.
Stephen Flo with an offense from the brink of defeat and a blind tag made by cocaine. Jackson never saw it coming.
And then when Flo Kane, when they are in the pocket, they truly work so well together.
Cocaine with that wrist control.
I don't know why they haven't got Heyman booking. He couldn't. They wouldn't let him. I mean, he may not want to. I think he might have been like I'm sure he has some input on stuff, but I just think like that window's closed. It's modern fans wouldn't take to his booking, I don't think, as well.
And Stephen Flo.
And also, like, in my opinion, sometimes not having budget makes you a better booker when you have to learn how to make the most out of limited resources. What's the old saying? Like, necessity is the mother of invention. If you've got unlimited funds, unlimited access to talent, you could very easily lose a lot of your like motivation or drive to make things work, because you just think like, oh, I can get, kind of like Tony Khan does. Oh, I've got 2 guys who are great wrestlers. That's all we need. And I don't think that's always the case. I think when you have to work within very limited constructs, you can tap into things creatively that you can't otherwise.
Cocaine. Look like they're on the same page now.
Yeah, absolutely. Cocaine taking it old school.
Oh, no. Oh, Cocaine landed hard, and he's holding the back of his neck. And Stephen Flo trying to pick up.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. When you're in the clutches of both zombies and they start to swarm, man, it gets dire quickly.
Jackson and Abel taking back control. Flo goes down hard. Is it just me, or do these two look a little more decomposed than usual as well?
Right, they do.
The past week has not been kind to them.
It's like they're rotting away before our eyes, but Cocaine not going to wait for that to finish on its own. He's going to take initiative, and Stephen Flo has an opening.
Stephen Flo, uh-oh, swinging a miss.
Oh my God. Wow.
Opening.
Stephen Flo, uh-oh, swinging a miss, and wait! Out the other side, Cocaine is down.
It's Abel that scores on top of Cocaine, and Stephen Flo to the stage dive to the floor.
Taking down Abel, Stephen Flo, standing tall, snatching him up, tossing him back inside the ring.
What's up, Lady Sky? You love WWE wrestling? It's your favorite? You love all wrestling? Yeah. I mean, in a pinch, I could probably watch anything. Especially on here, I feel like I could watch pretty much anything. Everything, I think, is better when you watch it in, like, a group setting.
And Abel has no idea what's waiting for him.
Got to question Paul's ethics? Yeah, but I mean, I don't... As a fan, I don't give a shit what happened. I don't care. I mean, I know this might sound cold or whatever, but I'm not... When I go to a wrestling show, the last thing I care about or think about is like what a wrestler's getting paid or whatever. And I guess that's kind of whatever, but I just don't think about it. Like, I just want to have like a good show.
Stephen Flo, that fireman carry will...
So I think those are real issues, but not issues to worry about from a fan perspective.
Oh, both zombies back in the ring. From what Barnabas tells me, that's called 3Z.
3Z by the outbreak.
And it may have put Stephen Flo to sleep. Oh, man.
Now look at this. Here's a cover at last.
A 2 count only. I don't think Barnabas is happy about the time of that cover.
Yeah, Barnabas wanted them.
Well, that's kind of plays into the whole idea, Cody, too, of like, he had a moment in time where he was the perfect booker for that place at that moment in time. He couldn't really replicate it now. You know what I mean? Like, he was plugged into the culture at the right time and was able to leverage it in the right ways. I don't think you can do that unless you're really in tune with, with culture. And he's probably not, as like a 65-year-old man.
To go for the pinfall right away, and that was a devastating maneuver. It would have been it, I think.
Well, I don't believe Vito's watching this matchup scouting for potential partners because all four of these individuals hate his guts. But certainly a hell of a tag team matchup as your main event here in Lunacy.
Whoa, all the way up top.
Oh, this is going to be as above, so below.
Oh, no!
Their concentration was off. And Jackson and Abel had a miscommunication.
Extremely rare moment of miscommunication for the Outbreak. They share one brain. How can this happen?
That brain's been clouded. It's been compromised. And Stephen Flo has a chance. Here comes Cocaine.
Cocaine running wild.
Hard rights to Jackson.
Whoa.
Up and over.
Whoa.
Oh, Cocaine will make your head spin.
I also, though, like, if something happened on the show, like you're saying people got mad about a controversial scene, like, my brain just doesn't work that way to be like, oh, I was offended by this segment. And my mind, and I'm going to complain about it. Like, in my mind, I just think like, oh, I didn't care for that segment. And I just, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't expect everything to be like catered to my to my taste, you know.
Look at that! Springboard cutter! Cocaine chops him
Which is
down.
another big difference. I think a lot of modern fans bring all of the outside of the ring shit into the wrestling, which you can't blame them when the people are all over social media trying to drive monetization that way. Like, but I just think they worry about stuff that, like, I just didn't care about. Like, I don't care that Vince McMahon will face whatever he's going to go to try. He'll settle his case or whatever. But like, if he came back onto TV, I would think it was fucking, I think it was amazing. Like, cause as a character and a performer, like, he's God tier, but a lot of people would hate it because of what he did in real life. And I understand that. But like, for me, I just want to see a good show.
Clear in house here, Lunacy main event.
And of course, it'll be a main event next week when that deadly resolution comes to fruition. But you want to talk deadly?
Here we
Cocaine
go.
looking to hit next level. And he's feeling 100% pure.
Oh no!
Yeah, but people do that to movies too. Like, they get upset because somebody's woke or somebody's fascist or somebody's this or that. Like, I just feel like in general, modern consumers are almost more concerned with the societal or political elements behind stuff than they are with like the product itself.
Oh, Jackson. We've seen them have this craving all broadcast. Jackson got a taste of it a week ago.
Trying to chomp his way
Wow.
through the baggie.
That was a McHenry level finger sniff.
Well, Cocaine.
Outbreak has won quite a few matches. They were very briefly, they were the tag team champions, I think, for 1 or 2 weeks.
Got to get a stash back. Even if it takes an inverted DDT and maybe a Coke Slam combo. No.
Oh no. The Outbreak again in control.
Like, the whole Hulk Hogan thing, no matter what he said or did in his life, it will never change the fact that he body slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3 in like one of the greatest wrestling moments of all time. Like, I don't watch a movie and think like, oh, I don't think like, oh, I wonder what this person's tweeting and like look it up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just the out of date boomer or something, but I just don't think about that stuff.
Okay, drop 2-on-1. Stephen Flo tags himself in once again.
It doesn't mean that I'm not aware of it or that it doesn't matter, but it's just like, when I'm watching a movie, I just want to watch a movie. And when I'm watching wrestling, like, I don't mind talking about it, but I'm not going to get like offended or whatever if something happens that I disagree with socially or politically or whatever, because who cares? Like, we're watching, it's for entertainment. And if it's so egregious to your senses that like you can't stand it and you can't watch it, then the best thing to do is not to give it any attention at all and just don't support the product, in my opinion. Because all you do if you stir up a bunch of stuff on social media is get a bunch of more eyes on it. And
Flo Kane have their backs against the wall here. And Jackson and Abel, as Barnabas directs them towards Stephen Flo.
And what is... Wait a second.
Flo's got that stash. That's a lot of money tied up in his hand.
like if you would get mad about Trump being in the Home Alone movie, like, no matter how you feel about him, like, you just laugh at it. Just like, God, there's Donald Trump in a movie. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, into the face!
Or like when Trump was in the head shaving thing with Vince McMahon. Like, it's just funny. It's just a fun thing that happens to have, you know, a couple guys who have some, you know, have a lot of negative, you know, connotations to them or whatever. But in that moment, it's just they're playing, you know, it's just a show.
Jackson and Abel chasing the dragon. They just caught it.
And same with like Supergirl and stuff like that. The people who are like, "Oh, I'm gonna not support this movie because this girl said something in a press interview." Why in the fuck are you watching press interviews? Why? What are you hoping to gain from them? Oh, when she was on Good Morning America, she said something very controversial to me. And it's like, well, quit watching Good Morning America. Like, grow up.
Stephen Flo with the outbreak compromise.
Oh, of course he is.
But not done yet. Stephen Flo making the climb.
Flo gets ready.
Oh, no. No.
Abel grabs the ankle.
Nice, Bob.
Jackson, his mind is clouded. He didn't see.
Well, and my stance on it is probably the worst you can have in terms of societal backlash, because then everybody hates your take. Like, people on every aspect of it like dislike it because it's like an all or nothing scenario.
Coming, drops the elbow. Flo Kane winner.
Here are your winners, Stephen Flo and Cocaine.
Well, it took Cocaine's secret stash, but Stephen Flo pulls out a big win for a team that really needed it.
Yeah,
This is an interesting way to do this as well, because we've had the Stephen Flo Cocaine back and forth like for a while now. Remember, he just straight up bailed on him after the last match, and now we have like a reunification maybe. Let's see what happens in the aftermath though.
This is exactly what Stephen Flo has been looking to do to reset himself, to stand on his
Peter
own as
Dinklage.
a winner alongside his best friend.
Well, Snow White was the perfect storm of it. The MAGA hated it because of Snow White. The Gaza people hated it because of Gal Gadot. And then the little people hated it because of Peter Dinklage's comments. So it was really taking it from every aspect.
Well, hopefully that will...
Wait a second. He just... well, they're not standing side by side now. Stephen Flo just took off.
Well, Stephen Flo and Cocaine may have more discussions to be had, but...
I didn't see her, Dave.
Barnabas says... Yeah, these zombies are not thinking...
I have to limit my news intake because I feel like some of it is just so... It's like so ridiculous and shit, and like it can just get like... I just have to kind of like limit it to things like, obviously if something big happens, but like there's a lot of news nowadays I feel like that's just like filler stuff that like is there just to kind of make you mad or whatever.
With the mind you programmed them to have anymore, Barnabas.
Hornswoggle.
And it looks like
VLC2.
Barnabas can't even control his own sick creation.
Whoa! Whoa!
They're after Barnabas. Next week, Russo will have a new co-owner. Will it be Violent J?
You're gonna chase some Glengarry leads? Well, you gotta. If you're wanting that coffee, you better get to closing. It's me.
Big Vito, your deadly resolutions next week.
All right, I'm going to go. Thank you for hanging out. It's some interesting things. I mean, Facade getting the big win and now being like the main guy with Vito, with the company on the line is interesting. Did we learn who Violent J's going to have or no? I can't remember. And then the kind of teasing putting Flo Kane back on good terms together. I thought it was a pretty good show overall. I mean, Alice Crowley, what a spectacular example of humanity. I will be back though. It's about like 10 till 12 here my time. I'll be back at 1:30. If you want to set a reminder or whatever, I've already scheduled the girl watching stream, but we're going to watch some old school appreciation of the ladies, new bumpers, and a new loading screen, which will only be shown on that stream. So thank you for hanging out, though. I will be back next Wednesday for more JCW. If you want more wrestling, Friday morning is Memphis. But until then, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I'll see you soon.